Hey guys, I just wanted to do a fun little bonus video for Breakout. I talked about this with one of my classes, but basically I um, had shown kids just a little dinking around I did with the game, and I made it so you guys can see that these bricks here, they have four different frames, they have four different colors that they can be, right? So what I thought would be fun was instead of just making them all get destroyed in one hit, that making the color actually relate to like hit points for the brick and making it so that you can only destroy it if it's orange and making it so that each time you hit it, it changes color and then when it gets to orange, you destroy it. So this video is going to show you how to do that. It kind of just adds like a fun different element to the game. So basically everything's tied to these frame numbers, right? And you can see 3 is the highest frame number. So this is going to be the strongest brick. Basically what I want to do is when I hit the brick, I want to subtract from this frame number, which is based on the ability to change colors. And then the code to destroy the brick, I would only execute if the frame equals 0. So this is actually pretty simple. So on here, basically you have to see that here. This is when the ball collides with the brick. The brick is going to fade and it's going to get disabled. And then when it fades, it destroys. So this essentially destroys the brick, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something called a sub-event. So a sub-event basically means that you have a situation like this causing a brick, and there's going to be multiple scenarios that can happen. Those multiple scenarios are going to be sub-events. So when I hit the brick, it's either going to be on frame 0 to get destroyed, or it's not going to be, and I want something else to happen. So what you do is I'm going to right-click on this green arrow here, and I'm going to add a sub-event. And what I want to do is I want to compare what frame the brick is using. So if I click on the brick, I can do something called compare frame, which is right here. Okay. So I can say if the frame equals 0. So basically, if the frame is 0 when I collide with it, then I want it to get destroyed. So I'm going to take these destroying actions, the fading and the disabling, I'm going to put that and make it only when the frame is 0. Okay. Then basically I would have another event, sub-event in here. So what I could do is I could right-click this green arrow and I could add another sub-event if I wanted to. And I could set up other situations. Well, basically, I only have two situations. Either the frame is 0 or it's not 0. Okay, so basically, if I want it to be any other situation but 0, there's something we can do called an else statement. That means anything else. So what I'm going to do is this brick frame equals 0. I'm going to right click right here where my arrow is. And I'm going to add an else, which is right here. So I went to add and then else is on the bottom here. So this else statement means anything else. So basically, this is saying if the frame is not 0 is what this is saying. Okay, so basically, if the brick is not on frame 0, that means it's not an orange brick. What I want to happen instead is I want the brick's frame to change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an action for the brick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do set frame. So I'm going to do frame. I can basically change what frame it's using. Okay. Now, every brick is going to be on a different frame. So I can't just say always go to frame 2 or always go to frame 1. That's not going to work. So what we do is we want to basically just subtract 1 from the frame that it is using. So if it's frame 3, it's going to go to 2. If the frame is 2, it's going to go to 1, right? So the way we have to tell the computer that, it's a little bit trickier, right? I can't just say do 1 less. I can't type in a sentence and say just subtract 1 from your frame number. It doesn't work. So the way the computer understands it is I have to refer to the object. So I have to type in brick because that's the object we're using. And then I have to refer to the brick's frame. So what I have to do is I have to put a period to say that this is something that belongs to the brick. And then you'll see here it says animation frame. So by typing in brick.animation frame, that's how I'm referring to the actual frame number of that brick. And then I can type -1. So basically what I'm saying is if the ball hits the brick and the frame is not 0, it falls into this else, then I'm going to set the frame to basically its own frame -1 is what this is doing. So if I run it, you can see the brick, as it hits them, the color is going to change until it gets down to orange. And then when it hits orange, the frame is 0, and then it executes the destroy code. So this can add a different element to like your level design because you could pick specific parts to put bricks that are maybe harder to destroy and things like that. But that's kind of just a fun add-on that you can do. And obviously you could think of other fun things you'd want to add to this. So this could be something you could do if maybe you finish this breakout game really early and you kind of want to play around with it more. This is just a fun idea that you can try out.